Hi, I'm Danny Lipford.
And I'm Chelsea Lipford-Wolf.
Thanks for watching this episode of Today's Homeowner here on YouTube. And don't forget to leave us a like and a comment.
And be sure to share with a friend, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos.
Thanks and enjoy the show.
It's kitchen makeover time on Today's Homeowner this week, and kitchens are all about family. But when the family is this big, the makeover is really important.
I live in my kitchen, and so I need it to be more functional.
Homeowner Kathy Kennedy is a single mom with a bunch of kids.
I call my kids my six-pack because I have 6 children. They are into everything. We've done theater, we have volleyball, we have soccer, we have cheerleading, we've done singing, we've done a little bit of everything. And they go to different schools, so we're in the car all the time. And as far as projects, they're used to the fact that we do a lot of DIY stuff ourselves. I do a lot of things and I engage them for help. They're actually pretty good at it. They cooperate for the most part. I bought this house about 16 years ago and had to do a lot of renovations and things like that to it to get it okay for 6 kids. This is a 3-2 and we have 7 people living here. I live in my kitchen. And so I need it to be more functional. I would love to show Danny my kitchen, specifically my countertops, because it's gotten to the point where I can hardly use a certain part of it. We're having great disagreement, me and my kitchen right now.
So it looks like Kathy needs some conflict resolution with her kitchen.
We've had some water damage and leaks, and it's gotten so bad it's warped. I mean, you can feel it.
Oh, wow. Oh, I see. I didn't even really realize that.
And
Ouch.
water seeps up under the sink and under the countertops and everything, and
Oh, boy.
it's just been a huge problem for me. My dishwasher hasn't been working for a while, just haven't replaced it, so I'm washing dishes 3 meals a day for a bunch of people.
Oh, wow. That can all be fixed. I mean, it's a fairly small kitchen, so there's not a lot of countertop space in here. What else? What else problems you have here?
My floor. It's a little bit outdated, but it's a functional floor and it goes with everything. I did try to clean the grout several years ago and I did a great job, but I didn't manage to keep it that way. I didn't seal it.
Did you seal it? You didn't
No.
seal it. Okay.
So I would love to find a way to get the grout back to its original condition.
Well, there's a lot of grout on this floor. It probably took you forever.
Oh, yes, it did.
Did you enlist the kids?
At the time, no, because at that time they were crawling around.
Oh,
but,
I see.
I will
Maybe-
this time.
Yeah,
I
that's a good
promise you.
idea. Well, the cabinets, they're not in too bad a shape. Usually I see a little bit of hardware missing here and there, but
Yes, obviously you want hardware on all of your cabinets, and
right.
I don't have that. But I like the cabinets. They're only about 20 years old. They just need, I don't know, some updating or just something to kind of spruce them up.
well, maybe some new hardware, or at least hardware that matches. This is a little unusual. Antique brass, polished brass. Wow.
Well, yeah, it came with the house.
Well, that means they look like they're well-built cabinets, and that's
Yes.
half the battle.
So Chelsea takes Kathy on a shopping trip to Home Depot to pick out some new hardware.
I think just something simple, you know, like that antique iron kind of black look, I
Okay.
think would be pretty
Yeah.
in there.
So these are cool, but
Yeah, I like these,
match.
but we'd have to put new holes in the cabinet doors and the cabinets, and I'd just soon not add any more holes to it anymore.
And to get some ideas for her new countertops, she winds up choosing a solid surface material that works well with both the cabinet stain and the wall color. With the new materials lined up, it's time to get rid of the old ones. Now, while we're moving out the kitchenware, Alan starts disconnecting the sink. When Kathy empties the catch pans from the leaky sink,
You've done this before.
Oh, a few, yes.
we get a better idea of how bad this leak is because she just emptied these pans a few days ago. While Alan finishes up the plumbing, Kathy and I start removing the other piece of countertop. Once Alan gets the sink out, it's obvious that this countertop was on its last leg.
Wow.
I honestly think the plumbing was the only thing holding this up.
Gee
Look,
whiz.
did you see this, Danny? Look
Boy,
at
the
this.
particle board.
Look at that.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Y'all came just in time.
Just
Yeah,
in
it was
time.
time for a new countertop there. Great, Dave. And just think of those buckets you had down below there. You can use those for something else now.
Oh, great.
Wow.
We also discovered that Kathy may have a problem hoarding corn syrup.
Kathy, you got enough Caro?
I like to make divinity at Christmas.
You're ready. You're ready for Christmas.
Got 2 more bottles in here.
Oh.
That's nice. That's nice.
Look at that, Kathy.
Oh my gosh. What in the world?
You make a piece of art out of that.
That's nasty.
It's gonna be trash art.
Wow. That is in pretty bad shape there. I'll tell you, one of the ways to prevent this from happening at your house is to make sure that the area around your kitchen sink is sealed very, very well with a silicone countertop caulk. Now, that'll prevent any water from getting around and causing this kind of damage. Same way on any of the seams that you had. She had a lot of damage on her seam right here, so all of those areas need to be caulked and maintained real well. Now, she won't have to worry about that in the future. She's getting a solid surface countertop with an integrated bowl. So there's no problem whatsoever in being able to take that water and wiping it right into the sink.
If your dishwasher is not cleaning your dishes as well as it used to, you might be able to solve the problem with a length of wire. This I cut from a clothes hanger, and you can use it to clear out the spray arm. If you notice, the bottom of the dishwasher has a spray arm that has holes that shoot out water, and they often get plugged up with food or hard water deposits, mineral deposits. So to clean it, you can use the wire to poke out the holes. You can do it while it's in place, but it's easier to disconnect the spray arm and pull it out. Most dishwashers have a simple locking knob on the bottom. Then you can use the wire to clear out the hole. Poke the wire all the way to the bottom to make sure you clear out any food deposits or any other obstructions. Now, if it's really plugged up, you can also take it and soak it in a tub of warm water with a little bit of vinegar. That'll help dissolve any deposits that are in there. And once it's clear, you just put it back in place, lock it on, and this is really important. Once it's on place, spin it. Make sure that it spins freely. If not, you're gonna have another problem. And once you clean that one, then clean the other spray arm at the top, and your dishwasher will be working as good as new.
This week we're helping Kathy Kennedy make over her kitchen, which is the center of family activity for her and her 6 children. We've removed the sink and water-damaged counters.
It's nasty.
Now it's time to get started sprucing up these cabinets.
So Kathy, are you starting to panic a little bit about what's for dinner tonight?
A little bit, but I'm thinking it's a great night for takeout.
I think it would be a real good idea. We won't quite get those countertops on today, but here's what we're going to do now. Chelsea's already dropped by, set up some sawhorses out back, and we'll give you the doors. You take those out, you guys will sand it, then spray polyurethane. You and Chelsea will do the spraying of the doors outside, and Al and I will do all the boxes here with a nice China bristle brush to put the polyurethane on. Then we can put all this back together tomorrow. So,
All right,
let's get
sounds
some of these
great.
doors out of here.
All right, we have 400 grit sandpaper, so it'll just kind of knock a little bit of the grime off, but not mess up the finish or the color too bad. And then we have this steel wool just to kind of get down in the crevices there, since it's kind of hard to get the sandpaper in there.
All right,
And then we'll wipe it off and spray some more shiny stuff on it. We should be good to go.
all right.
The object here isn't to remove the clear finish, just to take off the gloss so that the new polyurethane we spray on will stick really well. Meanwhile, Alan and I are steadily removing the old hardware from the rest of the doors and marking their location so that they all get the same treatment.
What do you think? It's looking a little gloomy out here, huh?
I'm thinking, what's it look like over there, Kathy? I'm thinking we won't be able to.
From what this radar looks like, it's right on top of us.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Almost as soon as the words leave Kathy's mouth, the drops start falling and we're scrambling to get the doors in out of the rain. But inside, the work continues.
All right, what I've got here is this is the area right over the sink. In addition to the water that was affecting the countertop, it's also affected the face frame and the doors that were right here. Some of the stains missing. So I'm using a little more aggressive sandpaper. They're using 400 outside. I've got 220 here. So I'm just going to rough it up and remove some of that flaking stain or finish. Then I'll come back with a stain, and luckily it's something I've seen a lot of, so I know this is a golden oak color. I'll restain the doors, restain some of the face frame here. The black will be covered by the new hinges because they're the same footprint. And by the time I'm finished, it'll look fairly new.
Alan's refinishing remedy seems to be working well, so while the stain dries, we sand the rest of the cabinets and start applying the poly to them.
fastest painter in town.
The best?
Not so much.
Apparently, our strict work ethic and high productivity is having a positive impact on the ladies because as soon as the rain passes, they're hard at work spraying those doors.
So here, you wanna give it a try?
Sure.
Because these doors are already protected by several coats of finish, all we're doing here is adding a light top coat to smooth out the surface and add a little shine. After the doors and cabinets dry overnight, they're ready to go back together.
All right, Kathy. Gonna do a little assembly line here. So you and Chelsea will put on hinges and knobs. Debate that amongst yourselves who wants to do what.
Okay.
When you're done, hand it off to me and I'll hang it, all right?
All right.
If you will, can you help Chelsea bring some of the rest of the doors in?
Be glad to.
And I'll tell everyone this, if you are trying to change your hardware and you want the least amount of work, do exactly what Kathy did. Take one of the old ones with you because she was able to match that footprint exactly. We're not gonna have any problem with this new hardware.
The screws for the knobs, however, are a one-size-fits-all arrangement, so we're using a wire stripping tool that includes threaded cutting guides to cut the screws cleanly to the correct length. These felt pads will keep the doors from banging when they close.
This is important.
Jeez, Alan. Brush your teeth before you come to work.
Oh no. You wanna know what the toothpick's for?
Yes, please tell me.
If you get in a situation, and if you're at home, this will happen to you, where one of the screw holes is too wide, it's too large, just take a toothpick, a little bit of wood glue, put it in the hole, and break it off.
Oh my gosh,
And then your screw is gonna fit just perfectly.
you're a genius.
I am.
Oh, gosh.
Then I still have half a toothpick.
All right, Alan, trying to
Yep.
speed up the assembly line.
All right, all right. Hey, listen, I had to use an old screw up there because the one new one didn't have a cutout for a Phillips.
Okay.
So it's going to need a little
All right.
fixing.
I think my Sharpie will do the trick.
While we finish putting the cabinets back together, why don't you check out this week's best new product?
I think the reason why painting projects get voted the #1 DIY project, especially for beginners, is it is so easy to do. You get instant results and you don't have to have elaborate tools to get those beautiful results. But you want to make sure that you get your surface prepped properly so that you get a nice finish. Now sometimes you might run into problems like mold. Well, what do? This is what you do. Here's the answer to it. You get a mold killing primer, and this is one by Zinsser. It's very easy to use. It's a water base, but it does have an antimicrobial formula in there so that it kills the mold and the mildew on contact. So that means that if you've got drywall or you've got a ceiling that has moisture that is creating this mold and the mildew, you don't have to destroy that first and then prime over it. All you gotta do is use this primer, go right over it, it will kill it, and then it will coat it, and then you can put on your beautiful top coat and change the look of that room in no time.
Kathy Kennedy's kitchen is a busy place. With 6 kids, she spends more than her fair share of time here, but it was looking a little sad. So we've removed the water-damaged counters to make way for the new ones, freshened up the cabinets with new hardware and a clean new finish. And now it's time to attack the stain grout on that floor. Kathy is the one who ends up doing most of the cleaning into the evening, but eventually the whole floor is clean. She even breaks out a roller to touch up the paint on the kitchen walls. Now early the next morning the countertops arrive, and after the installers move some appliances and confirm their measurements, they have some questions for Kathy.
So I was just curious where you wanted to put the faucet hole. We can put it centered in between the whole sink, or we can put it centered on the division of the uneven bowls.
I think it would look more symmetrical, of course, to put it in the center.
Yeah, and then you got better reach to both sides. Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do
okay.
that. That
Centered
sounds
in the middle of the 2 bowls.
Once that hole is drilled, they're ready for a dry fit to identify areas where any trimming and polishing may be necessary before the final fit. Now, when the installers are happy with the fit and the finish of the tops, they seal them in place with a heavy-duty silicone adhesive and caulk the backsplashes to the walls behind them.
Wow, that looks fantastic. I won't know how to act.
This is Formica solid surface, and it comes with a 10-year limited warranty.
If I do have a scratch or something, is there some way I can?
Yeah, there sure is. We've left you with some Scotch-Brite pads. This is actually what we use to finish the countertop out in the shop.
Oh, okay.
The same Scotch-Brite pad. So that's the final finish that's left on the material when we're complete. So
I think I made a great choice. I'm very happy with it.
Good.
Thanks.
As soon as the counter crew is gone, Alan gets to work putting in a brand new faucet with a little help from Kathy.
Feel snug up there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Good.
See, I'm so confident in your skills that I just figure I'm like the Vanna White to your Pat Sajak.
Okay. Here's your new sink and a new car.
In no time at all, the faucet is complete and ready for a test drive.
Push. That way it's on.
Oh, okay.
Hot, cold.
Okay. And how about pulling this lever down? Is that just, oh, that's easy. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna have to change my name, so I'm not gonna know how to act. And no leaks. I mean, what do I do with no water to clean up every day?
No water to clean
and
up,
no
I know.
buckets to clean up every day.
I know.
Gosh.
Well, we can put a pinhole in it.
And what a great looking faucet, sink, countertop. Everything's really working out well on this kitchen facelift, but we needed just a few decorative items like maybe a mat in front of the sink and a few towels to hang here. Well, Alan convinced Kathy to go with him up to a store and buy a few of these things, and while they're gone, we're gonna pull a little surprise on her because she needs something in this kitchen really badly, and that's a new dishwasher. Look at this thing. It hadn't worked in over a year. She has 6 kids. She's washing 3 loads of dishes a day by hand in the sink. She really needs a brand new dishwasher. So I'm gonna slip this in, but I've got to do it fast because they'll be back less than 30 minutes.
Installing a dishwasher alone isn't an incredibly difficult task, but I have to admit, I've never done it as quick as 30 minutes. But then again, I've never been quite so motivated either.
Hey, did you find anything there? Let me get this out of your way.
Yeah.
Let's see what she looks
I want
like
to see how
down
these
there.
colors look in here. Just
Alrighty.
something to brighten up
Oh,
a little
that's
bit,
nice
maybe.
color. That'll go real well.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, I was worried. I was wondering if it was going to fit.
Seemed like it works out pretty well. You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Hey, while you were gone, I got some tea and everything. I hope you don't mind. So I went ahead and I thought I'd put it in the dishwasher here.
Wow. Oh, you're going to make me cry on TV.
Oh yeah, we're counting on it.
Oh my God.
You wash so much clothes. I mean, so many dishes. Felt like you needed a little bit of help with those 6 kids. All right, you like it?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
You want me to run any more errands? I'll be glad.
Well, actually, you still have work to do.
Yes.
Because you've got to seal the floor. So you do that. We'll finish hooking up your brand new dishwasher.
Like, I cannot, y'all do not know what a big deal this is for me, so thank you.
We thought it was, so can we have the little...
People often ask, how hard is it to paint your kitchen cabinets? First, you want to sand all surfaces, whether they're painted or stained, so the primer will adhere well. Then apply an oil primer to help the subsequent layers of paint stick. Next, fill any holes, divots, or low places with automobile body filler and sand it smooth after it dries. Then wipe it clean and you're ready to apply 2 coats of quality enamel paint. Brush painting will work fine, but a sprayer is even better if you have access to one. When you're done, your old cabinets will have a fresh new look, and so will your kitchen. Kathy's busy kitchen was looking a little worse for wear. The cabinets were scuffed and scratched. The leaking sink had ruined the laminate countertop and compromised its ability to even hold its own weight. Plus, the grout joints in the tile floor were dingy, dirty, and stained. After we completed our work, Kathy sealed the grout joints that had been cleaned a few days before, so they should remain looking good for some time. The cabinets have a new glow thanks to a little TLC and some brand new hardware. And the new countertop, sink, and faucet have given this busy kitchen a new lease on life, not to mention the new dishwasher that has given Kathy back some spare time.
Well, I have to say I love the countertops and the sink. Pretty much everything turned out nice, but you did a lot of work with all the painting and all of the work you did on the floor and the sealing of the grout. You seem to enjoy it.
I do enjoy it, and I especially enjoy it when it looks like this at the end.
Yeah, it really did turn out nice. So I'll tell you what, well, I'm gonna leave you alone since everything's finished because it's getting close to the time when the kids come home, and I saw how crazy that was.
It is, and I better get to it.
Well, you can see that, well, you can do a lot with just very little, and even though the countertops was a fairly significant investment, overall, this was a very simple renovation, and I hope we were able to share with you some ideas you can use at your home. I'm Danny Lipford. We'll see you next week right here. That's a pretty cool one with it.
What do you use to clean your nose?
Really?
A Sharpie?
No.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Today's Homeowner. And don't forget to comment, like, and hit the bell icon so that we can notify you when new videos are posted.
And don't go anywhere, click around, and continue the home improving fun.